Yeah, I mean, I made some notes on because of your thumb. I kind of did like I looked up a little bit of some stuff on Brand New Day, kind of what's been
Okay.
going on with that. But we can just like talk about like some of the news. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about. Honestly, I was
Okay.
just like, I like that you were just kind of like, we'll just like chat about stuff, and I
Yeah,
was
it's
like,
been a
that's
while.
good. In there will be content. I know between you and I.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I hit the record button, so I
Okay,
guess we could
all
get
right.
started with, I guess, Marvel Zombies. Like, what did you think of it?
Marvel Zombies.
Yeah.
Yo, I loved Marvel Zombies. I thought it was pretty fun. I think it was almost exactly what I wanted it to be
Oh,
in
really?
that yeah, almost except that the ending.
Yeah,
Um
yeah.
yeah. But I understand the hype is real for Marvel Zombies. Yeah, what did you think about it, Prashaun?
I think it was dated in a way because, like, if you think about like the MCU now, like you have the Fantastic Four, like you had like Deadpool, Wolverine. So like it was probably recorded like around What If time, and then even Elizabeth Olsen even said like she didn't even remember like recording Marvel Zombies. So like she must have did
She
it
didn't
during
even
COVID time.
remember
So
recording
like of
Marvel
course like
Zombies. She was like, I don't even remember what we were
yeah,
doing with that. Wait, she didn't even remember like when she did the first What If episode. Is that what she means? Or
I
she
think
didn't
she
mean
didn't even
recording the
remember.
show?
Someone asked her about Marvel Zombies, and she said she didn't even know what like they were talking about
She
because
was
she
like, what is
recorded
that?
everything by herself in 2020, and animation takes forever. So like,
Oh,
yeah. So this has been on the shelf for them for a while. They just put it out now.
that's really weird.
Yeah,
So they record. So wait, did they all record it in 2020? Is that the
I believe
case?
so. I
Or
think almost all of this is
wow,
2020.
that's so crazy that it took this long. But the animation does take a long time. But I'm
Right.
also just like, why didn't they just make this sooner? I don't know.
Right. I know they wanted to make it a movie, but Spider Man's in it, so they can't really. If they put it out as a movie, it counts as a Spider Man appearance. So they couldn't do
Right,
that.
right. So
So
you think
that's why
because
it
they
was
had to
broken up into
pivot from
parts.
it being a movie to it being a show, that like delayed the production?
I don't think it was. It might have been that, but I just think like the timetable of things coming out. Me personally, I would have rather had this than What If season two. To be honest.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I personally feel like in the comics, Marvel Zombies is not usually a thing that I'm as hyped about in the comics.
Mhm.
But what I liked about what they were doing with this, I guess, is that it's so different from everything else we've seen in the MCU. And I also really like Zeb Wells, which I know in present times is maybe a hot take. I don't know, in comics, just because of all the Spider-Man stuff. But
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a big Hellions fan from the Krakoa era, and that was Zeb Wells. And I think that's some of the best writing I've ever read in comics, actually. It's one of
Mhm.
my favorite series of like all time. So for me, I was pretty excited because I usually like Zeb's stuff. Not always, of course, not everything, but usually I like Zeb. So I thought that the at first, here's the interesting thing. I watched episode 1 and I thought it was too formulaic in episode 1. And then it goes on and then you're like, "Oh," and then it's like all of the expectations you have, all of like they do still have a lot of like little jokes and things like that, I guess, that are kind of
Yeah.
like MCU formula, but it starts to feel more like grounded. It kind of gets more settled, and I feel like the concept. I just wish that everyone had more of like a this is their origin story of the zombie apocalypse. Like I wish everyone had more of a
Yeah.
day one, like we got with Shang-Chi. I thought that was cool. And I wanted to see like everyone's like day one to like, 5 years later. Like what were they doing then and losing their minds and then like to today. Or even like watching the zombie apocalypse take over the world with
Mhm.
each hero. So maybe Shang-Chi's our day one and Kamala's like our day three. And we're kind of going through as
Yeah.
time goes on to see how that happened. Because that's
Yeah.
an interesting part of the story that we don't really cover in the show. Is
Yeah,
how the
basically how it started. Yeah, that would be
yeah,
cool, like how the
which
zombie outbreak started, because I don't think it really showed how it started and what if, right?
not in What If. I
Because
don't think
did
we
you ever
saw, and
read
not in this show.
Marvel Zombies like comic?
Yeah, I've read parts of Marvel
No.
Zombies. I haven't read it in its entirety. I don't know if I need to read it in its entirety, but honestly, watching the show kind of made me want to revisit it because it gave me some appreciation for some of the stuff that is kind of nuanced in the comics that we don't necessarily have in the show, which I think is fine that it's doing a different thing.
Right.
But the whole idea of the hunger that the zombies feel being like addiction
Oh
and
yeah,
all
for
of that
sure. And
stuff.
then, well, spoiler alert, even though the comic has been out forever, they end up eating Galactus and they end up like trying to eat the whole
Yes.
universe to
The
feed their
zombies
hunger.
cosmic. Yeah, they
Yeah.
that is a whole thing that happens. And I mean, I think the thing that they nailed too with the show is kind of how sometimes Marvel Zombies can be so ridiculous. People talk a lot about Marvel Zombies. I don't know if you've heard a lot of people talk about this whole idea of like, well, like they couldn't, that's not how that works. And so like you can't just like eat like that would never happen. And I'm just like, yeah, but it's Marvel Zombies. So you have to accept it's like it's another
Yeah.
world. And the whole idea is that it's like over the top and ridiculous for a
Yeah,
lot
who
of it.
cares? It's a comic book. They can do whatever they want. At that point, they can
Exactly.
do whatever. But
Exactly. When
I
zombies
did
exist,
think
there's no
something
limits.
about like the send off with T'Challa. What did you think about the send off for him in Marvel Zombies?
Sorry, what did I think about the
The send off for T'Challa when he dies.
Oh yeah, when he died saving everyone. Yo,
Mhm.
that actually straight up made me like tear up. Like I was actually I got so
Yeah,
invested in it.
it honestly to me it felt like a better send off than Wakanda Forever. Like he died in a like a heroic way. Like instead of
Yeah.
dying by a virus, and then especially since Wakanda Forever came out during COVID time, it sort of felt weird because we had a virus around.
Yeah. Because we had
But
a
him
virus
like
and then they had a virus and you're like, oh boy, the viruses.
yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
like him dying, just taking out Thanos was so cool, in my
I think
opinion.
that the thing I think the best send off actually my favorite send off is still the final performance of Chadwick Boseman in
Oh yeah.
back in What If, with him as Star Lord. That whole episode like makes me cry every time I watch it. But I think this was it was such a noble send off for a hero that we all love, and does feel kind of like that nice little tribute still to Chadwick, even though
Mhm.
obviously we don't have Chadwick anymore.
Right.
But
I think
just
he was
the
supposed to do the
idea of him
voice
like
for it, but he
sacrificing himself.
passed.
Yeah, exactly.
So
So
they
it's
had like
like,
Spider Man do the narration
so you
for
can,
him.
yeah, I feel like that is so, it really like hits you right in the feels. I think the thing with
Mhm.
Wakanda Forever though is like, Wakanda Forever is like mourning. It's not really the honoring the person in the sense of what they've done. It's more of like this acknowledgement of the loss of all the
Mhm.
potential that we still didn't get to see, from the character, from the actor. But I think that this was just like, yeah, it's just such a badass moment too. It's like
Oh yeah, for sure.
like basically taking on Thanos
Yeah, yeah,
just
that's
on his
crazy.
own and being like, I'm gonna take out zombie Thanos. I got this. Like, you guys go over there and I'll take care of it. I'm like, that's single handedly. That's such a cool Black Panther moment. That's what I liked about it though too. It's like there's big moments that you have in Marvel Zombies that in the comic they have their own things, and I know people are probably theorizing like, will we see specific moments from the comics come to pass? And I like that Marvel Zombies has some ties to things like, instead of having Wasp as the head in the jar, we have
Mhm.
Ant-Man as the head in the jar.
Yeah.
Not the same Ant-Man, of course, but you know what I mean. Obviously,
Mhm.
Scott Lang's Ant-Man does also exist in the comics, but he's not usually considered the primary one.
Right.
Maybe more in modern day. Now that is Hank still dead? I think he's still dead. I don't. Or actually, no. Did he come back? I think he did maybe come back recently.
Probably.
But
Yeah. Yeah. What did you think about the ending? Did you like the
yeah,
ending?
but Okay, so yes and no. I liked that Kamala was the central character for it. And the reason
Mhm.
that I think that's really cool is because Ms. Marvel in the comics, much like in the MCU, is such this beacon of hope. She's such a light character. And that's something that I love about her. And so to have her as the person that has to like watch everyone die, I was like, good Lord, that is intense. And I don't think we went as dark as we could have gone with it,
Oh yeah, no.
which I thought would have been really cool. But I liked that whole element of like it kind of all comes back to Kamala. But what I didn't love about it is the whole, and then what's going to happen next? Like we've dealt with
Mhm.
somewhat of a thing, but not, we also didn't really resolve anything,
No,
which
and
is
then
which is fine, but then just let people lose at that point. I think that would be more
true
soul crushing to
because
get
it
all
is
the way there
Marvel
and then they're
zombies, and
defeated.
it's okay for the zombies to take over.
Yeah, yeah. I was thinking in the end, like just let everyone become a zombie. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's kind of how it goes in the comics. There's very few
Mhm.
people that actually survive in Marvel Zombies. So, and I mean, I guess they did pretty much. There was a lot of death, that's
Oh
for
yeah.
sure. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
they
But
delivered, but
some parts were funny
yeah,
where like they avoided to get the main characters.
yeah,
Like when
exactly,
they're fighting against
exactly.
Namor, like they were getting everybody else except for the main character. I was like, all right, okay, this makes sense. All right, it's a horror movie. They try to avoid the main characters. It's fine.
Yeah, try to avoid the main characters, but then they still definitely introduce this to some people and we're like, this person, you kind of just got to know them
Yeah.
and they're gone. This person, we built them up and they're gone. So it is, there were moments too where I was literally like, I didn't know who was going to live or die. That was a cool part of it for
Oh
me.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The whole
Any
part
given
where
moment.
Miss Marvel's fighting zombie Namor
Oh yeah.
and
Namor
she
was like
turns
OP. It
her
was
hand into the
crazy.
that fight was crazy. Yo, Zombie Namor, I think, is like my favorite zombie in
Yeah,
Marvel.
I was like,
He
wow,
was so
like
cool.
he's such a
And
badass. I
just
was like, this is
when they go
crazy.
out into the water and he's like right there with his like glowing eyes, possessed. I was like, and I never thought it's like one of those things where you're like, yeah, it's a good way to escape zombies. Go underwater. Zombies don't go underwater usually. And then it was
Yeah.
just like, well,
So we
what
get
if you had one that
zombie.
was super powered underwater?
Yeah, from zombies from Atlantis.
Yeah,
What a
from
spinoff.
Atlantis. What a spinoff. So yeah, that was pretty cool. But yeah, what did you think of the ending? What do you think about it, kind of being left open-ended like that for a potential season 2 sequel?
It's weird because like I have like a weird theory of like when you do get bit, maybe you live in your own world a little bit. Besides,
Right.
besides
So
when
you
Wanda
think,
puts the little hex on you, where
well,
you have like the glowing eyes, and all of a sudden like you're with everybody. But I think when you are just a zombie, you just have this hunger, and then you're just in your brain.
yeah.
Maybe you're just living your normal life.
Right. So do you think that like is your theory that then do you think Kamala is also now a zombie?
I think so.
Yeah.
That's
So
like my weird
but
theory.
everyone's a zombie, but everyone in their mind is like, "Oh,
Is
I'm good.
living.
I'm just living my life."
Yeah.
So she just like allowed the zombies to like have like peaceful minds, but was like everything will still be nasty because we can't like
Right. I think
can't
that's
fix
why
that.
Wanda wanted like the bangle. That way, like everyone in their brain thought everything was fine.
Right. Yeah, I feel like that is a thing where a lot of people are someone asked me that the other day in stream. They were like, "Why do you think, Scarlet Witch needed Miss Marvel though?" And I was like, "I think she just needed like a power source. Like she just needed more power to do what she wanted to do. And so she just saw Miss Marvel as like a really powerful source of energy. And maybe because of the bangle and also it kind of being like interdimensional,
Right.
maybe
Yeah.
that's like a thing.
Yeah, because
So you
in
can
Miss
kind of
Marvel, she was able to go back in time and see, like,
that's right.
so maybe I don't know. Maybe that's it. We'll see. Maybe we'll see in 10 years after
Maybe
they write
I,
something
I
up
think
and
we
then
need
cartoon
season
it.
2 to answer more of the questions, but I'm also like, I feel like they gave me enough that I was like, sure, she needs Miss Marvel. I'm cool with
Yeah,
that. They built that up the whole time. She's been in her head, and then she's like, I need you to complete the thing. And I was like, that sounds plausible enough for me. For Marvel
yeah,
Zombies, like, Doesn't have to be some whole mathematic equation. But yeah, I think I like your theory of just like all the zombies, that's just their lives. Like all the zombies think
Yeah.
everything's cool. I like the House of M parallel too, of like just her rewriting all of
Oh
reality
yeah.
in a way, but through
Yeah.
illusions, so that
Definitely
everyone
makes
thinks they're
sense.
like have their dream come true, but it's like actually you're living in a hellscape.
And then speaking of MCU projects, we do have Spider-Man Brand New Day coming, and Tom Holland is alive. I was afraid for a second. Like I was like, oh
Yeah,
my
I
goodness.
know. And someone brought this up the other day. They were like, "Do you feel like Marvel productions are safe?" And I was like,
Ooh.
"Yeah, I feel like they're pretty safe." And they were bringing up that there's been quite a few accidents. And it's kind of true though. Like not like every day there's an injury on set or anything like
Right.
that, but so Brand New Day, Tom Holland just got a concussion on set. Mild concussion. He's okay, and he has shared an update. I think this happened like last week that he was concussed, and
Yeah.
he's like up and doing stuff, and he was like just at a gala and he left early. He's taking it easy, I think, because they are paused on production while he recovers. But nothing severe, it sounds like.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
on
At first, I thought it
Thunderbolts,
was bad because it said he had a
yeah,
traumatic brain injury or a head injury. I was like, "What is going on?" And then it was
what
like,
a
"Oh,
way to sensationalize what happened. Brain, I mean, it's true, technically. They're
yeah,
not wrong. A concussion is sustaining an injury to your literal dome.
yeah." So I was
But
like, "Oh crap!" I was like, "Oh, come on!" Like we're so close to getting another
come on.
Spider-Man movie, and then boom.
I know. And that would be so awful, especially with Tom Holland, where he's at in his career right now. Like, oh my
Mhm.
gosh, I'd be devastated. And he seems like such a sweet like person. Like every time I watch him in interviews, I'm like, Tom Holland just seems like such a real dude.
Yeah, or
That would be
even
so
the
sad.
photos when he had like the Spider-Man costume on, filming for the first time. He was like out talking to everyone, like taking pictures with kids. That was pretty cool.
That was pretty cute. I think that that one. I mean, obviously we've had that one recently, and then the other thing that I found out was I
Think
forget
it
the other movie. There's another movie that's recent that
Wakanda
they also had an
Forever.
act. Wakanda Forever. They had the one, yeah, with the actress that plays Shuri,
Yeah,
Letitia. What's her name?
I forget
Who
her
plays
last name.
Shuri? Letitia Wright. Is that her name?
Yes, yes.
Letitia Wright, yeah, Letitia Wright on the rigging and then on the motorbike and then it went
Mhm.
sideways. Yeah, that sounds like it was so scary. That's like a like I think Letitia Wright talked about how people were literally like, do you want to continue production because it was
Oh
so
wow.
bad. Like she could have died, but she was like, I want to do it for like Chadwick, so I'm not gonna give up. Like I'm gonna get back on set
Yeah.
and do it and finish the movie, which is so crazy to have gone through that and then just have to like basically go back to set and be like, well, here we go.
Yeah,
Hopefully that doesn't
back on
happen
the
again.
saddle. And then I think we
Yeah.
have like a tombstone now in Brand New Day, which is crazy.
Pardon?
We now have Tombstone in Brand New Day.
Tombstone. Yes, I saw that announcement. What do you think of all that? Because it sounds like there's going to be a few villains that have been revealed.
Sounds like a
Um,
lot.
Pardon?
It sounds like a lot, but maybe it's like a rogues gallery where he just goes through everybody,
That's
or
what
like he
I see. That's
teams
what
up
I'm thinking.
at
A
the
lot
end to
of
take out
people
everybody.
are trying. Yeah, a lot of people are trying to think of like what are the storylines where all these characters come together. And I'm like, I think it's literally going to be so many cameos. I think it's going to be like he fought this guy and he fought that guy, like a little
Yeah,
montage of like
sort of like
all the people he has
Fantastic
to deal with.
Four in the beginning, where like they fight like what red was it Red Ghost and like
Yeah,
Mole Man
exactly.
and
Yeah,
all
like
that.
Fantastic Four. That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like it's going to be little vignettes, and maybe these characters will kind of pop up every now and then. Because if we're going street level, then there's going to be a lot of. To me, you know what it makes me honestly think of. The more I hear about all of these characters that are going to be in it, it makes me feel like it's going to be like the Spider-Man games, where you're kind
Mm.
of like Spider-Man's just responding to all these calls and like trying to put out all these fires. And then there's other heroes that he comes into because obviously John Bernthal's gonna be in it as
Yeah,
Punisher. And people think that there's gonna be like a team up, but I actually think, I mean, maybe they will team up eventually, but I actually think it's going to be that Punisher has his own brand of justice, his own code. And Peter's, I think, is going to be very different.
Yeah.
as
He
Spider-Man.
tries to take him
So
down, or vice versa, and then
it's going to be a clash first, I think,
and
before we get
then
a team up.
they come together to fight the bigger evil.
Exactly.
Typical
What do you
comic book crossover.
Typical comic book crossover. First we duke it out, then we're best buds for life. I think the other thing, usually over a misunderstanding, and there has to be
Yeah,
some kind of misunderstanding. There's always one.
Martha.
What do you think about the fact that the Hulk is also going to be apparently in it?
Yeah, that's interesting too. It's like, why is the Hulk in New York? Like, like there's so many other characters in New
The only
York.
thing I can think of is science. Like maybe Peter needs
Yeah,
like Bruce's help with something, and then
or maybe he's gonna be a professor or adjunct at Empire State. Like, who knows?
yeah, maybe. Yeah. Oh, that would make sense. Like be a professor like at school
Yeah,
and
or maybe he's
he could
working
be in
with Connors
college.
or something on Gamma, and then Lizard, and I
Yeah,
don't know. That's
Professor
where my
Banner. I
mind
could
goes.
see that. I like that. I think, oh, but you know what? There's going to be so many people up in arms, I feel like, about that. A
You
lot
think
of
so?
I was reading a theory where people, well, I won't be. I don't think you'll be. I think we'll probably
Yeah,
both be like, that's cool.
yeah, it's a different
But
take.
I was reading an article where they were talking about this idea of like Hulk is going to be in it because he's returning to his like savage form is like a thing that a lot of fans are theorizing. And I'm like, he's going to regress? Why? He had all this character development to like get to be at a good place with Hulk. So I don't think I want to go back from that. Like, but I don't know. People are saying maybe Mr. Negative could be manipulating
Yeah,
Hulk, and then that's why he goes savage. So there are reasons that it could happen, but
because I
I
think if
like what we
Hulk
were doing with
was
Hulk
to go
personally.
savage, it would be in Doomsday.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
Doom would
yeah.
do something to him to make him go crazy, and then that would
Yeah, you
happen.
think Doom like messes with his head and maybe tries to use him as a weapon or something. I could definitely see
Right.
something like that happening. Although this is an interesting film because a lot of the reports are saying that it's going to be more street level focused. And then a lot of people have these big theories for like the multiverse. Like, is Andrew Garfield going to come back? Is Tobey Maguire going to come back? And you know, we're going to have all these big storylines and like, will Doom be in it? I saw one theory that was like, this could be Doom's first appearance. And I was like,
Technically,
I
no.
don't think it could be because he appeared in Fantastic Four's first
Yeah.
steps.
I was like, didn't that
And then I
happen
checked the
technically?
date too, and I was like, maybe this is an old thing I'm reading. And I was like, it was published like literally the other day.
Oh, wow. So they did not
So
see
I'm like,
Fantastic Four.
yeah, or well, I mean, they're talking about other people's theories. So this is just a prevalent theory, and it was their least likely one. So I think maybe the person writing the article saw it, but the people that are coming up with this theory haven't seen Fantastic Four First Steps yet, which you know I get
Which
it.
is
It's
weird.
There's a
That,
lot of
that seems like
context
that
to
should be
keep up.
homework leading up into Doomsday.
I think you should probably watch. I feel like, you know, if you want to really get a sense for probably who Doom will be as well, I think it is
Mhm.
important to do your homework for Fantastic Four because for those that don't know, I mean, Doom is the villain of the Fantastic Four. So to
Yeah.
really understand who he is, I think it's important to understand his heroes that he acts as a foil to, primarily. Obviously, Doom could mash it up with Spider-Man. I think that anything that is multiversal will be in the mid or post credits or like right at the end. Like I was thinking maybe Andrew and Toby come in like right at the end, like incursions are happening and that's
Mhm.
just like the end of the movie, but it's not related to like the main plot of the movie. It's more
Right.
like a lead in to Doomsday,
Yeah, for sure.
if we get
And
that.
speaking of Doomsday, do you think Battle World and going back to zombies, do you think there'll be zombies in
Oh
Doomsday?
yeah, I think there's gonna be I mean, how could we have a whole universe now that is Marvel's, like a whole world that is Marvel
Mhm.
zombies, and not use it in the Marvel multiverse? I mean, the thing that I am actually excited for with Doomsday is, you know, all this potential with everything that we have laid out in the multiverse saga, which has been chaotic. It
Oh
has
yeah.
been a rocky ride, but I'm hoping that we at least get some really satisfying callbacks to stuff that we've built so that it feels like not all of it was, you know, not
For nothing.
just for nothing. Yeah. Because there
Yeah.
has been fun moments. I mean, even I know that like Quantumania is probably one of the most detested films of the modern era, but
It
even
had so much
Quantumania, I
potential.
thought it had some fun moments. Thought it was cute. Yeah,
Well,
it had potential. It had potential. Did it realize its potential? No,
oh no.
but no, but it still, there's some fun stuff in there. And so I do hope that we get some cute callbacks to things for those of us that have been, keeping up with everything. It doesn't have to be huge. It doesn't have to be integral to the plot, but I do love a little callback when it's like, just as a reminder to like, thanks for watching our movies,
Hmm.
basically. Thanks for
Did
doing
you
the
see like
homework.
the leaked like patchwork of all the characters from Doomsday?
The leaked patchwork.
Yeah, it was like a t-shirt or like a blanket or something with a bunch of patches of different
Oh
characters.
yeah, like I heard about that, but I didn't actually look into it. Let me see if I can pull it up.
You
Yeah,
actually see like
the
Cyclops in his original X-Men uniform, like
what?
X-Men 97 uniform, instead of wearing the stuff they
So if
wore
I
back
look it
in.
up, is it yeah, ooh. It's a Doomsday t-shirt.
Okay, it's a t-shirt. Okay. And it should have like squares of each character. I think I saw Beast, Doom,
Oh, let me see.
Cyclops.
Every character. Let's see if I
Yeah,
look
pretty
it up.
much.
That's going to be
Which
chaotic. How do they all fit on? I heard about it, but I don't know if I've seen the glory that is this. So is
yeah,
this like merch? Was it like a merch leak
yeah, I think it
that
was like a
happened?
merch link.
Oh
Which
man.
is weird because like the movie it's like still a year out. Like why would there be merch already?
I don't know. I do with things like this. I'm always like, who's the source of this? Like, who came up with it? Because in this world, it's always like someone could have made this. Like, who know?
Oh
When
yeah.
I looked up Spider-Man Brand New Day, if you look that up on Google, I'll send you the pictures for this if you want to throw them up because I screenshotted it on my phone.
Did you
It's
see the
all
video of him
fake
in Doom?
stuff. Like, it's none of it's real.
Like there's an AI
It's
thing going
AI
on the
created
internet.
videos,
Yeah, with like Spider-Man and
deep
Doom, and
fakes.
I'm like, this is crazy. It looks so real.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They like it looks real, which is probably why Google is like, "Oh yeah, I think this is like promotional." But I'm like, "Yo, that is another level when you Google something and the first things that are coming up are things that people made up." I'm like, "Wow."
Yeah. It's
And
it's
now it makes
getting
sense to me why so many people are like, "I'm pretty sure like there are many times where someone will say, "I'm pretty sure this movie's happening." And I'll say, "What? I can't believe that's happening. Can I know about that?" And then I'll look it up and be like, "Oh, that's definitely fake." I'm
no,
sorry to
it's fake.
say. Like just who's
Or yeah,
posting
it's like
it.
YouTube. YouTube has all the
Yeah.
fake trailers like online.
Okay, I can't find it. Send me this picture of this.
Yeah, I'm
Oh
gonna have
wait.
to
Oh
find
wait.
it.
Is it this with all of them in little squares?
Yes, yes, and you see Cyclops, and he's
Yeah.
wearing his old school uniform.
Yeah. Oh. Yo, this actually looks legit though. Like I feel
Yeah,
like this is real. I don't know. It's hard to tell.
like I don't know if it was like a
Giovanna
T-shirt for
Punch.
like an event that they had where they showed
I
things
feel
behind
like
the scenes
this
recently.
is like a crew gift. So news look at the
Probably.
Avengers Doomsday merch given to crews because they've wrapped. Actually, so that
Yeah,
does make sense, right? They've wrapped. So these are gifts that were given out to the crew. So I assume this is for Giovanna Ponchi who did hair and makeup. And it seems like this is I mean, it looks like a bag, but it says small on it. So I'm not sure there's an S. I don't know what the
okay.
S is supposed to represent because it looks like a duffel bag to me. Um, what are you saying over there? Ducks piping up from the peanut gallery. Pardon? It is a bag. Yes.
Okay,
Yes, it
it's a
is a bag.
bag.
Yeah, and
Nice.
I see what do you think about the fact that Channing Tatum is going to be returning as well as Gambit? Like
I think
everyone's
he
going to
was
be in
he
this.
was a fan favorite in Deadpool and Wolverine, so why not bring him back? And then plus he left on a cliffhanger, so why not?
I think he said he wants to die in this movie.
What?
Yeah. Like
But
I
I
think
guess
he's
sure, why
like
not?
kind of like definitely wanted to play. Obviously, he loves Gambit, so not in like a disrespectful way to Gambit, but I feel like he's gonna be like, let me go out in the
No, as long as
biggest
he says
blaze
"Remember
of
me,"
glory.
that's
Yeah,
fine.
right. He watched X-Men 97. That's I feel like that is definitely true. And he was like, let me see what we can do with this and how we can incorporate this into the movie. And they also said that his dialect is going to be different.
Yeah, it's gonna be toned
His
down. It's
accent.
not gonna be as campy as it was for Deadpool and Wolverine.
I think his words that I saw in the interview where he was saying that Like he's not going to go full Cajun for it because it was hard for people to understand him. And I was like, is that what happened? I'm not sure if
No,
that's what happened.
I definitely
It was
understood him.
definitely
It's just that,
challenging,
like,
a little challenging to understand him. And Cajun is kind of one of those dialects that I do agree, if you go full in it, it can be a little, it's not as maybe clear for some people that aren't used to it. But I was also like, I feel like that wasn't necessarily the problem, Channing, even
yeah,
though
I
I
just think
love you. I think it just needs a
Doomsday
bit
is
of
going to be a little
refining.
bit more serious.
Yeah. So I'm very curious to hear what the voice is going to sound like when they kind of rework it and stuff like that. Because I did like Channing Tatum as Gambit, and just his passion for the character is so great.
Yeah, and he said
So
like
who's
people are going to
so
be
do we
more
have little
surprised.
Franklin? Is that
Do
who that
they?
is in the bottom?
It might be.
Like the bottom right?
I have to look at it. Wait, did you send it
Oh
to me?
wait, do you want me to send it to you? Here, let me
Yeah,
send it
you
to
can
you.
send it to me.
Yeah. There, I sent it. There, I sent it to you. And this
Okay,
is
there we
the
go.
Reddit
Yeah, that's it.
post that I'm looking at. Yeah,
But I saw it from like a
So this is the
different.
Reddit post.
I
Yeah,
saw
this
it
is
from a different
cool.
angle. It was like zoomed in what I saw.
I feel like if I got this as a gift, like after Doomsday, I would be so jazzed. I would be like, this is the coolest. This is the coolest thing.
And then the top
It's so
right,
cute.
is that Kate Bishop?
Um, yeah. Yeah, I think that is Kate Bishop. But I mean,
Yeah, so we
Kate was
got Kate
also
Bishop,
in the
Falcon.
leaks that we got, or well, leaks. I don't know if they were like actually leaks. They were just concept art that I think the artists just had up on their site, and I think they were allowed to. So we call them leaks, but I'm like, I don't think they were. They were just internet sleuths sleuthing.
Yeah,
So Kate was
this is gonna
there.
be pretty
No,
cool.
no dupe I'm noticing on this bag. That's unfortunate. Where's my boy Dupe?
And then is Mystique here?
Mystique is there,
Be-
yeah.
below Gambit?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mystique below Gambit. And then who is on the right of Mystique? Who is that guy in the little hat?
Oh, that's US
Is
agent.
that US agent? Who is
Yeah, the
that?
beret.
In the beret? Mm-hmm.
Next to Franklin, right?
Nightcrawler's here, yeah. Is that is that is that Kang under Red Guardian? Who's that?
I have no clue, to be honest.
Or oh, you know what? It could be like Mordo, actually, now I'm thinking.
Actually, I have no clue who that is.
I don't know.
Or below him.
Probably
Is that
supposed to
Namor
know.
below him?
Yeah, it could be Namor. I don't know. It's hard to tell because it's also pixelated, the picture we're looking at. Um, but I definitely see right. So there's Sentry over here. We got Nightcrawler. That's definitely Shang-Chi. I like how they perfectly nailed Simuliu's smile. Like I know from the
Is it?
smile
Yeah.
that it's Shang-Chi.
Yeah, that is definitely
Um,
him.
I will say I love the jackets that Mr. and Mrs. Richards are wearing here. Are fantastic for
Yeah, it
duo.
definitely looks
Those jackets are
70s.
sick. I'm like, oh no, I just did an FF cosplay. Am I gonna have to do a new FF cosplay based on these new Doomsday looks? Uh
Well, you just need a
oh.
jacket. A cool new
I just need
jacket.
a jacket. I just put a jacket over top. Keep the suit. I hope so. It looks like they are wearing their suits, or at least for Reed, it looks like he's wearing his suit under his jacket. Probably for Sue too. Actually, I think that's her collar there. These jackets are sick though. I love it. I'm a
Yeah.
sucker for a good jacket. Beast is here. Someone in a red shirt that's covered. Yelena, Winter Soldier, Doctor Doom, Thor. So is Thor gonna die? Because Deadpool talked about that.
Well, maybe, but I don't know. I don't think he died. He's a god. Like, he doesn't die.
Well, I don't know. He dies a lot in the comics, so he could die. He
Yeah,
does
he
like to
could.
die. Yeah, he could just die and be reborn. We've done that
Oh,
before.
and I
It could
think it's
happen to him.
Magneto above Professor X.
Pardon? You think?
It's Magneto above Professor X.
Magneto and Professor X.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Magneto and that's Professor X
Yeah. So you
next
got
to each other?
Magneto, Professor X, Gambit, Mystique in that row.
Hmm. Oh, yeah. Magneto's like above.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah. And then Red Guardian to the left, Scott on the right.
Just like the one person next to Gambit. I don't know who that is. It's the
Who's
only
next to
one.
I don't know. I don't know who that is. Who's okay, who's next to Scott? Who's that?
Wait. That has to be. No, that's the Human Torch. You had the
Next
Fantastic
to
Four in a row.
well, the Fantastic Four are in one of these columns. Yeah, so we
Yeah.
got Reed, Sue, the Thing, Johnny, and then baby Franklin, I think, is for some reason all the way on the side under Bob, is
Yeah.
what I think is happening. But I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe I'm wrong about this
I
little
think it's
blonde
him.
person. Maybe it's not Franklin,
It has to be
but I
him.
think that's supposed to be a young Franklin.
Let's see
These
here.
babies,
What's
they
the...
grow up so fast.
Oh
Born one
yeah.
day, next day they're children.
Yeah, 5. They I don't know. They age like crazy. And then video
No one
games.
wants to write the baby comics. That's the
Oh no,
reality,
no, no,
right? Like
no.
no one wants to write like then they change the baby's diaper. It's like not very exciting, I
No.
guess.
No, not at all. Then we have some video games coming out soon. Like this
we
year,
do.
we have Cosmic Invasion, which is coming out sometime in 2025, which I'm definitely going to play. I don't know if you're going to play, but I'm pretty sure you're going to play it. And then we
Yeah,
also have, what, Tokon? I can't say it right. What is it?
Tokon.
Tokon. Have you played it at all? Or have you gotten a chance to play it at all?
Yes, I managed to get into the beta, the alpha.
Ooh.
The alpha. We were in the alpha, right? The beta. I always
The beta.
now
Nice.
I'm in my head because I mixed those two up the other day when we were talking about it, and then I was now I'm in my head every time I say it. I'm like beta, alpha, beta. Yeah, we were in the beta. You don't get a B in the alpha. I don't think that's not like a thing.
Well, I was in the alpha for Rivals. I was in the alpha for Rivals and the beta for Rivals.
Yes, yeah, and I was in. You got me into the alpha, I think, for Rivals, but then I wasn't in the beta for Rivals, which was a weird thing because I made all my goals that they set for us, but then they just didn't invite me, and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
It's always so weird though with Rivals because it's like one of those things that I've applied so many times to work with them. I make content about Rivals like every single week and they still haven't answered my calls. But I feel like with Rivals, they really want people to be like my main content.
Oh,
like your main content, I think, needs to be Rivals, which I do too many things, maybe.
Yeah,
I'm a little all over the place. But yeah, Tokon is really cool. If you get a chance to play it, definitely would recommend. It is so fun. It is so. I knew from when I watched the trailer that Miss Marvel was going to be one of the coolest characters, and I was not disappointed in the beta. I thought that they did some really cool stuff with her, and I can't wait to see what they tweak after. All the characters are really fun to play though in their own ways, which is another thing that I love, which is something that I love about Rivals too. You know, like I think they do a good job of making it so that everyone feels fun, whether or not they're the most powerful character. I don't know. I think in Tokon, I think all characters really have a lot of potential to be super powerful. It's just different skill levels depending on, you know, how good you are at certain things in fighting games. The animation is also insane.
Yeah.
And the way that the game works mechanically, it's so cool. I don't think I've ever played a fighting game. I mean, I'm not a huge fighting game person anyways, but even just the games that I know of, I'm like, I don't know games that really work like this. Like the whole idea of, you know, you have a team, but your team is sharing one health bar, and just the way everything moves and pushing people through the stages and all of that stuff, the way everything ramps up, and even the catch up mechanics in it is just so well designed. It feels really fun.
It looks pretty cool. I wish I got into the beta. I don't even think I like applied or tried Because I think to me, Cosmic Invasion is going to be the game I grind out for the most
Yeah,
part. It's basically that side scrolling like beat 'em up game from the '90s arcade, which I'm definitely going to play a lot. And then I think Cosmic Ghost Rider and Black Panther were recently introduced or announced as characters, which is pretty cool.
that would be really cool. That would be really
And
cool.
it's weird that
Cosmic Ghost
Cosmic
Rider is
Ghost
so
Rider
cool.
is getting a lot of love lately because he just got put
I
in
mean,
Marvel Snap.
I feel like Cosmic Ghost Rider has always been one of those characters that, like, for comic readers, that has a lot of love. I think he's such a weirdo, and I think that's what people really like about him. And he is kind of one of those fringe, like, multiversal, like, characters. And I
Yeah,
think it also is just a testament to the fact that everyone really loves both Ghost Rider and Punisher. So when you have a character that is a combo of these two, like, super loved characters, who's also, like, insane,
yeah.
literally.
And
Um,
a Herald of Galactic. Like it's just all those three things put together just makes
it's all
him
the things put
OP.
together. And also, if you are a fan of that Thanos run that Cosmic Ghost Rider is from, which I have read, it's a really really good read. I definitely recommend. I think that's 2016 Thanos.
Oh wow,
I think. Let me see.
that long ago?
Yeah, this looks like it to me. I think it's 2016 Thanos. So that is the one that is Jeff Lemire and Johnny Cates. And Johnny Cates, who is Johnny Cates? Never met him.
No.
Donny Cates' brother
Johnny.
that doesn't exist. um, but yeah, Donny Cates did sort of the ending of it, and then Lemire did the sort of start of it. And it's kind of two different stories, but both are really good, surprisingly, which I'm usually the first person when people are like, we're going to do a Thanos series. I'm like, okay, we'll see what that is. But it's actually pretty good. I quite enjoyed this one. The art's
Yeah.
also really good.
Yeah,
I feel
so
like pretty
I'm
art.
definitely looking forward to that. And I'm looking forward to Wolverine, which just finally got announced recently too, which is insane. Because
Finally.
a bunch of video games got leaked out a few years ago. I think they tried to leak out Grand Theft Auto, and then they leaked out Wolverine. But we finally got a polished
Well,
version.
yeah, unfortunately what happened was I think they were attacked
Mhm.
by basically hackers who stole their stuff and then were like, you have to pay us $1 bajillion or we're going to leak it. And so unfortunately then they were like, we're not going to do that. And they
Yeah.
leaked it. And yeah, it really sucked too because I actively avoided those leaks because I was just like, yo, guys, they're not ready to show us that. So I don't think I should look because it's like when someone starts a sketch, before like they're drawing someone's face and it doesn't look like a face yet because they're just like mapping everything out. And then if you were to look at that and be like, that doesn't look finished, it's like, well,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, they're in the middle of working on it. So I remember a lot of people being really critical at that time. And then I was like, I was so defensive of it, even though I was like, I don't know what the quality will be, okay? But I know the people that are working on it, and I have faith. And also, people got upset about weird things, like how high Wolverine can jump, which they were like, that doesn't make any sense. And I'm like, actually, in the comics, like, well, actually, guys, in the
Yeah.
comics, he can jump really
Oh yeah,
high.
for
That's a
sure.
weird stat of Wolverine's. He leaps. He's a leaper. And I think
Did
there's
you
going to
see
be a lot of
Deadpool
fun
and
stuff like
Wolverine?
that
He
in
was
the
just
games.
freaking running like a cheetah.
Yeah, he's he's very agile Wolverine, and so there are a lot of, which is also surprising considering how much adamantium he has in him. I mean, he struggles
Oh
to
yeah, that's
swim,
heavy.
you know, but somehow he can like leap like it's nobody's business. But if you just I muscles, that's probably how he does it. He's
True.
got a lot of muscles from
He's
carrying all
built
that
endurance
adamantium
to
around.
hold himself up
Yeah,
over time.
he's a
But
brick
I'm definitely
house
looking forward to
Wolverine.
that game. Like the graphics were crazy. It looks like he gets like bloodier and bloodier as you go through like
Omega
levels.
Red being in it, I
Yeah,
was like, take my money now. How much is it? I don't care. I'm buying it.
that Sentinel, like that was crazy too. Like
Yeah. The fact that we're going to go
I,
to Madripoor and go to the Princess Bar, that's really
yeah,
cool. And I'm just wondering, like, who else will be in it? Like, will Tiger appear? I was saying, what if we have like some other, like, kind of lesser known, but I think still very iconic villains like of that era, the Patch sort of time. If we had someone like Bloodscream or like Roundhouse come in, I feel like that would
Mm.
be pretty cool.
Yeah, some interesting deep cuts there. Yeah, that'll be pretty cool to see. Like, I might have to
Yeah,
buy
or
a
sorry,
PS5 at
Roughhouse.
this point. That way I don't have to wait like 2 years the way I had to wait with Spider-Man. So I might
Yeah,
have to cave
yeah, I
in.
feel like yeah, that's the thing is that's the only kicker. You're gonna have to have a PS5, which I do not own, but I have access to. So I usually when I do anything on a PS5 on stream, I like borrow a PS5. People keep
Mm.
asking for me to dress up again as Spider Gwen and do more Spider-Man playthrough, which I had so much fun playing, and I definitely want to get back to it. But I'm like, I literally have to like borrow a console to do it, so it's just I
Well,
can. I
it's
just
on
need to like plan
PC.
it out to be
Spider-Man's
like,
on PC.
yeah, that's true. Actually, Spider-Man is on PC now. I could get it on PC, although I don't know how well it would run while streaming on my computer. That one,
Yeah,
I don't
true.
know. I was having some problems with Silent Hill F the other day, so yeah.
Wow.
But I don't know. Maybe it's just how it's designed. I've played Baldur's Gate 3, so if I've done that, I feel like I could do anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's lots of games coming out. I mean, what about that Blade game though? Like, what do you think is going on with that? Because we haven't heard about that in a
I
while.
thought it got canceled.
Pardon?
I thought it got canceled. You said Blade, right?
Yeah, Blade.
I thought I got. I think what they have like the Captain America Black Panther game that's coming out,
Yeah, Rise
and
of
then
Hydra.
they have like an Iron Man game that's supposedly coming out too, and then I think that's
An
it on their
Iron Man
slate.
game?
Yeah,
What? Okay,
I think
cool.
that's it.
Yeah. So there was a Blade game.
Oh wow.
Um,
Okay.
there was a preview. There was a preview for it.
Oh, there is.
Yeah. If you look up like Blade. Let me see, Blade video game preview. It was at Blade announcement at the Game Awards
Oh, there is a
one
Blade video
year
game.
ago. 1 year ago, and we haven't heard anything. I mean, I
I
guess
thought
a
it got
year isn't
canceled.
that long though. I don't know.
Okay,
2020.
so it's
Wait a
saying
second.
2027,
2023.
2028.
Okay, well, better be sick. I probably will be though if they're spending this much time on it. It looked pretty cool when they announced it, but it's just weird because it's like I've heard like nothing about it. However, I am very much of the mind that sometimes you just got to let people cook.
Oh yeah, just put it out for the people to play. Someone will play it.
Yeah.
And then going into comic books, did you read Batman Deadpool at all?
I've read part of Batman and Deadpool, but I haven't finished all of it yet because there's been so much going on with TV, with also not just Marvel Zombies, but Peacemaker, Gen
Yeah,
V, Alien Earth. I'm still trying to finish as
I
well.
watched like the first
Um,
3 episodes of that. I need to
you
finish
watched
that.
3 episodes? Yeah, I know. I'm on episode 3. It's so good though. But I'm also like I'm kind of glad I didn't rush through this one and that like I didn't
Mhm.
necessarily keep up with it because now I can sort of binge it, but also at my own pace, which I like now that it's done.
And it's funny
But
how
yeah,
an
I read a
emote.
little bit of it. I've loved everything that I've read so far in it. So
Oh
far
yeah,
it's
it's
been
so good.
great. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward
And
to what they have coming for sure.
mhm.
I'm looking forward to like all the other stories that they might come out with because they have
Yeah,
all
well I
those
mean,
alternative covers, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna do stories. So we'll see.
well, I'm
Hopefully
pretty
they.
sure we're going to see some of them alluded to in this next one that we get that will be like DC's version, right? Because that was the Marvel version.
Was it
Yeah, I think there's
technically?
like another one that's coming out.
Oh, okay. And then we get like
But
logo. I don't know how far you read. Well, you didn't finish it, so do you know about logo?
I don't know if I got to that part. Wait, with who?
Logo.
Oh, with
Just based
Mogo?
off logo.
The planet?
No. Like based off the name logo, who do you think two characters like put together?
Right.
Who do you think that is?
Right. Okay. I don't think I've read that. I don't think I've read that part. I haven't read
But
it necessarily
okay.
linearly as well, which I don't know if that's
So
I will say I skipped ahead to some stuff.
Okay,
So
well, spoiler.
spoilers. That's okay.
Logo
I'm sure I'll get
is
to it.
basically Logan and Lobo put together.
I love that. That's really cool. Yeah, I feel like the thing too that I love about comics actually is that no one can really spoil it, because for me it's all in how it's written that I
Right.
find to be like the most fun part of it. Um yeah, 2 one-shot comics. One for DC written by Grant Morrison.
Okay.
So that's the next one that we're going to have, which does it give us a title in this article? But it's also been confusing. So like if I'm wrong about this, don't at me. But I think it's going to be that it's there's going to be another one. Oh, but apparently it's going to be in 2026.
Okay.
Okay, so it's going to be in a while. And I don't know what it's going to be called. I thought it was actually going to be like just another Batman Deadpool, but like
Because I thought like Kevin Smith and someone else was going to work on like the Deadpool Green Arrow stuff.
yeah, I think maybe that's like all the other stuff that we've heard about it that we haven't yet seen in the crossover is probably going to be like cooking for the next one, which I guess is going to be next year. But also I
So
feel
many
like
variant
wouldn't this be
covers.
fun? What if we built a little tradition where like every year DC and Marvel just get together and like mash it up for like
Yeah.
one shot? I would be so
Why
down
not?
for a yearly one shot for
Or
both of them.
have a Aglum Comics Part 2. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. And then maybe the universes in the movies could mash it up. I think that would be really cool. I think, imagine, like, you want to get people to the box office, you want to get people going back to the theater. I feel like that would be a
Possible.
great way to drive ticket sales. And it would just be so fun as a nerd, like obviously a dream to see these iconic characters mash it up on screen together, which is
Yeah.
we've never done really. I guess Robot
James Gunn
Chicken.
is over in DC. Used to work for Marvel, so
Yeah.
it could happen now.
Yeah, it could happen. It could happen. I guess we'll see. Yeah, James Gunn is our link. He's linked to both sides. So maybe he could talk to both people and make it work and barter a deal with them and be like, hey guys, like what if we all team up?
Yeah. And
I
then
think that'd be really cool.
Peacemaker has been crazy, where they had to take an emote
Peacemaker's
out of Fortnite.
Yeah. Peacemaker's been insane.
Well, everyone was doing the dance on TikTok, and then
Oh my
after episode
gosh.
4, everyone
I love it.
realized what it was, and then they're like, "Oh, okay."
And then everyone was like, wait a minute. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's like
I saw
holy
that.
crap.
I thought that might be what was happening, but I was like, I don't know. Because my theory with everything with that, with the whole Earth X thing, was that I don't know if it's exactly going to be that, but I think it'll be some kind of variation of it
Mhm.
because of just when you watch the podcast after, which I've been watching the podcast after each episode, and they always were referring to the alternate Earth that we see there as Earth 2 because of the script. Because in the script, all the alternate characters are just like Harcourt 2, like Peacemaker 2,
Mhm.
to just differentiate them. And so they refer to it as 2. And I was like, if it is that, then when it gets revealed, I think there'll be a shift and James Gunn will reveal it as being. And when he did the podcast after the reveal, everyone was still calling it 2 because that's what it is in the script. And then he did an interview where someone was asking him about that. And he was like, yeah, I mean, like we call it Earth 2 because that's what it is in the script. But that is, yeah, it takes inspiration for sure. That is what we're doing here. Yes.
Yeah. The show's
So.
definitely been good so far.
Yeah, I feel like it's been really great this year with a lot of television. I feel like most of the television I've been watching has either just been like that was good or like that was amazing. Like there's not too much TV, especially in the superhero area, that I've been like super
Yeah, it seems
disappointed
like
in.
they've definitely toned down on the superhero TV. We got like Daredevil earlier this year, which I thought like beginning of it started slow, but you could tell the production was a little bit different towards the end, so it makes you look forward to what they have coming.
That's right. That's right. I think I'm glad that we're like taking our time a little bit because
Yes, because I think we get Vision Quest next year, and then Daredevil Born Again season 2.
yo, what are we doing with Vision Quest though?
I
Like
have no clue.
what are we even doing with that? Is it going to be like the comics? Like what what
No
is
clue.
because they I don't know, and nor I think does anyone, because even when they were asking the showrunner for Agatha all along, who obviously also was working on WandaVision, um, she was like, yeah, so like the people were like, what do you think? And like someone else is doing Vision Quest. And like, what do you think about that? And she was like, I don't really know what's happening. I'm excited to see what they do. It's not my thing. And then other people were like, people want to see you do it. And she was like, it's not my thing. So I
Yeah,
don't know.
I think we also get
But
Power
hopefully something
Man
cool.
2. We
Yeah.
also get Power Man, which is weird
I'm
too. Or
excited
no,
for Power
Wonder
Man.
Man. Wonder Man,
Yeah,
not
sorry,
Power
Wonder
Man.
Man. Wonder Man.
Wonder
Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
which is weird too because it seems like it's a little bit too late, especially since we have Doomsday coming. It feels like,
You think it's a
what's
little
the
too
point
late
of these?
for Wonder Man? Yeah, I mean, what's the point of these? Could be a question that we could have asked ourselves though at the beginning of all of this. I
Yeah,
think it just depends on what the show has to say. So, I mean that's kind of how I felt a little bit about Ironheart, but then I think Ironheart in
yeah,
the end had some cool stuff. I still don't think it fully came together in a way that felt like fully actualized for me. Like it was still missing some things, but you know, they kind of figured out what they were at least somewhat doing with that. But the other question is, I guess, like how will it connect to anything else? I think for
right.
me, the thing that's interesting is just Wonder Man. Like Simon's like a really cool character. So, and he doesn't get enough love. He doesn't get enough time in the spotlight. So I'm excited to just see, and it looks weird, and I like things that are weird. So I'm like, it might be good. It might be like WandaVision or Loki. It might just be like a really weird
Yeah,
show that you're like, this is strange, and yet it works. Or it could be terrible.
yeah. Who knows? We'll
Who's to
see.
say?
We'll see next year. Yeah,
We'll
I don't
see
know. Is
next
there
year.
anything else on your mind, on your brain before we wrap it up?
When are we getting X-Men 97 season
Oh
2? Like,
yeah, yeah.
why is it? Can they please? I know animation takes time, but like, I really wanted it this year, and I'm like, it's not going to happen, is it? We're not getting it
No,
this year, I don't think.
no,
2026, I think they've said for X-Men
no.
97.
Because I think we're getting it next year. We're getting Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man next year. Like those are the two
Right.
animation projects.
Well, that'll be exciting, and I know a lot of people loved Your Friendly Neighborhood
Oh yeah,
Spider-Man.
it was so good. It was awesome.
Yeah, I thought it was really fun. It wasn't my favorite. And then I remember there were a lot of people, because like I wasn't super in love with it, that were like, wow, why do you hate this? And I was like, oh, I don't hate it. I think it's good. I'm just not like as obsessed as some people were like really loved it, which I'm happy for those people. I wish that I also loved it that much, but I was kind of just like, it was good. It was fun. I'll tune in for season 2. I had a good
Well,
time.
I think it makes you look at some of these characters. Like you didn't know Tombstone was like how he was when he was younger, so you see all that stuff develop. And then like Wave, like technically Wave is in there too. So if you like able to do your Googles and find out who's who, like you're able to deep dive. And then Nico. So I don't know. I think it's pretty interesting how they have all these characters and how they have their own paths in the comics. So if you find like a favorite one, you could deep dive like
Oh
crazy into each
yeah, I
one.
mean, I actually really loved what they did with Lonnie in Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. He's my favorite character in the show. I think I really,
Mm.
really loved how they went into kind of like his backstory and kind of how he becomes this character, and just everything that we kind of get with him. He's such a cool character in the comics, and he doesn't. And I now he's going to be in Brand New Day. I mean,
Yeah.
it's really cool. It's really cool. But yeah, I'm very excited for the animated projects, but
Oh
especially
yeah.
X-Men. But obviously,
I'm
X-Men
excited
is like
for
my team. So
the
yeah,
Bo
I'm in love
DeMeo
with them.
tweets
So
after.
Mm-hmm. And we'll see how it goes, because I mean it's going to be probably a bit of a different, probably shaking it up, obviously creatively.
Oh
So
yeah.
we'll see. I hope it's just as good as season one, but I'm curious to see where they take it, since they're completely reworking everything that was done.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's it for now. Until next
All
time, until we
right.
could talk
Till
some
next
stuff.
time.
Yeah.
I
I
love
think
it. Yeah, we'll definitely talk some stuff next time. And I
we
think we
listen
were talking about
on
doing
your
some
channel.
Marvel Rivals stuff.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that.
Yeah. So I have all of Amanda's info down below. That way you guys can give her a follow. And
Also, earlier I said Roundhouse and I meant Rough House. Just I said it after, but in case you missed, I know. I
it's
know.
fun.
I was like, wait, that's not right. Roundhouse
It might
sounds
be like
right.
someone that's really, really, really into the deep cuts that caught it.
I love a deep cut. What can I say? This is true.
So, all right. Till next time. See you guys later. Peace.
All right. Thanks for having me, Prashaun. Bye. Stay nerdy, everyone.
Bye.